Hey everybody. So what I have with me today is a brand new Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. You can see the curved edge there on it. So I just got this yesterday on opening day from the AT&T store. So that was April 10th. Um, and so man, this is just a great phone. Like I had a Samsung Instinct way back in the day, and that thing was a piece of garbage. It was one of the early competitors to the iPhone. And I've never been a real big Apple person in general. But after that, I went straight out and got an iPhone 3G because yeah, that thing was a piece. And my last phone that I had after the iPhone 3G was an HTC One because I just couldn't go back to Samsung after that. Um, but after reading the reviews and looking at this in the store and actually handling it, I mean, people they're not kidding. Like it's a gorgeous phone. It really is. Like go and hold one in your hand, you'll be impressed. And one other thing, I was wanting to stay away from a black phone, because it just had a lot of black devices, and I was really thinking about getting a white one. But I kind of couldn't bring myself to do it because I was thinking like, just another white, shiny white device. Like I'm probably gonna hate this after a while. But I took a look at the black in person, and it turns out that the because of the iridescent multi-layer stuff that they do on the glass. In sunlight in particular, boy, it's really more of like a navy blue. Like it's really not black. So it's not just a simple flat black device, although you wouldn't really be able to tell from the shots that I'm getting here in the video. So, anyways, great device. The specs are out there. Everybody knows about it. What I wanted to do today is just a quick little battery test. So one of the things that Samsung touted about the removable battery or not having a removable battery was that, oh, no big deal because the battery in here, when you use our special adaptive fast charging thing, it'll just charge up really fast. So you don't need to worry about having a removable battery. So that was one of the main reasons I wanted to go to a Samsung originally was that I figured they would have a removable battery on the S6. Turns out no. So I have it anyways. The test I will do is to take a phone that's at zero charge, which this one is at zero charge right now. Ran it completely down until it turned itself off. And I'm going to plug it into the adaptive fast charger, which is this guy over here, using their included cable, all standard Samsung equipment, what they recommend, and charge this guy up to 100%. And I will capture at various times, show you at what time it has reached up to what percentage of charge. So you'll be able to see like, oh, in order to get 10% charge, it took 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or up to 50%. It took so long from zero. Uh, just to illustrate whether indeed it really is, fast enough for your purposes. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get it connected here. So I would have a stand for my camera, so you have to excuse me. It's going to look a little bit messy here. We got that. Alright, I'll plug that into electric outlet over here. Okay, so the adaptive fast charger is plugged in, and we're at 3 minutes and 40 some odd seconds. And we're going to plug this in. Okay, it's in at 3:55. And I'll also try and note if it gets very warm or not. This phone has been never down to 0%. It got down to 50% yesterday when I first got it, and I charged it back up to 100 and then have run it from 100 all the way down to 0. And that's where we're at now, is at the 0%. So I'll stop the video and we'll check back in at later times and see at what number of minutes it's reached what percentage of charge. Okay, so we just reached 10% charge, and I started a timer also, just a few seconds after I stopped the video. So it was basically exactly 5 minutes to 10%. And the device is, it's got a little bit of warmth maybe up at the very top. A little bit, nothing too much. Nothing too much yet. Alright, so we'll check back in. Okay, so another check-in. We just went from 25 to 26% at about 13:45, I would say, right around there. And device is definitely getting warm up at the top. Middle's kind of intermediate, and bottom is just slightly warmer than it was when we started. So, never seen the layout, but I would bet the battery is sitting somewhere at the top of the phone. So we'll check back in a minute. Okay, so here we are. We just about 2 seconds ago switched over to 50% full charge. So from 0 to 50% full charge is about 27 minutes and 50 seconds, something like that. And the phone has been steadily getting warmer, as you might expect. It's still the warmest at the top, kind of intermediate in the middle, and then it's warm at the bottom, but it's not, not really warm. And none of it seems too hot. Like I wouldn't be concerned that the battery is getting so hot that it's being damaged, or anything like that. So we'll check back in a little bit and see where it is. But anyways, about 28 minutes to 50% from 0. Okay, another check-in. We're at 66%. Just switched to 66% at 36 minutes and 50 seconds, just about. Somewhere right around there. Still continuing to get a bit warmer. I'd say it's probably, every measurement has been slightly warmer than the previous one. I expect as you get up closer to 90%, the charging will probably slow down. Just the way lithium-ion batteries are, and probably start cooling down at that point, or maybe a bit sooner even. So we'll check in again. Okay, so another check-in. So we're at 76% at just over, approaching 44 minutes. So whole thing might be done in an hour. We'll see. Still warmer at the top, but not hot. Seems fine. If we take it and flip it over and feel it, it's about the same. Not really noticeably warmer on the back. Maybe even just a little bit warmer on the front, actually. Alright, so we'll keep going. Okay, so we just clicked over to 85% of charge, right at about 50 minutes, 30 seconds, something like that. So there you go. So from 0% charge up to 85% in about 50 minutes, give or take. And temperature-wise, looks like it's starting to cool down, actually, a little bit. So we probably reached that phase where it starts to slow down a bit. I might throw these numbers into an Excel chart at the end, and then we can see if the rate of charge goes down as time progresses. Although it's a little bit difficult to know what the percentages mean actually, because they're based off of voltage and not necessarily based off of a capacity of the battery that matches exactly with percentage. So anyways, we'll check back in a little bit. Okay, just clicked over to 90% at about 57 minutes of charge, and it is definitely cooling off. Okay, so we just switched over to 95% full at 1 hour and 4 minutes 50 seconds, give or take. So it's definitely cooling off too. So almost a full charge now. So we'll check back in at 100. Okay, so we just ticked over to 100% at 1 hour and 27, almost 28 minutes. So that's 0 to 100%. Time for the adaptive fast charging on the Samsung S6 Edge. So I was looking at the charger, and there's 2 different modes on: a 5-volt mode that operates at 2 amps output, and then a 9-volt mode at 1.67 amps, which is the adaptive fast charging mode. So if you convert that over to watts, the regular mode, the 5 volt mode is 10 watts output, and the 9 volt mode is 15 watts output. So that kind of gives you an idea of the kind of power difference between the two different modes, and what, and that's what actually results in the quicker charging for the 9 volt mode, is that the total, the power output is actually higher in that particular mode, pumping the energy into the phone at a faster rate. So, anyways, that's it. Was really skeptical about Samsung S6 a bit after having some kind of janky Samsung phones in the past. But boy, this one really seems to be nice. It definitely was a good choice, and glad I got the Edge. I didn't plan on getting the Edge. Actually, when I walked in the store, because I thought it was kind of gimmicky, but after holding it in the hand, it's really nice. It's really nice. I think it's worth the extra $100. It gives you some kind of neat extra functionality, and mostly it gives you the cool factor, and you feel like you're really holding something kind of special whenever you hold it in your hand. So anyways, that's that, and we'll catch up with you guys later.